AWS Solution Architect Associate exam. Like the whole story around this whole thing, I'm just going to keep it short and just tell you my experience. Okay, first of all, I work and I don't work in an IT related place or a cloud related place. And then I said I'm going to do this. I fell in love. It was a lady from my contacts that advertised cloud computing about AWS. She builds program that give vouchers and train people for 8 weeks. So I first got introduced to AWS last year. That's Yinka. Okay. Thank you, Yinka, for that lovely gesture of yours, for sharing the opportunity. And then I fell in love with cloud. Let's jump down to SAA. So this girl, after passing cloud practitioner, I said, okay, fine, I'm going to do SAA. I've heard a lot of stories about SAA, how difficult it is, how this. I started the journey, but I'm also learning data analytics by the side with Python. So as I said earlier, I don't work in a tech-related place, so I just have to do this off work time. So I have to create the time, take my rest time, and all those. So back to this. I kept postponing this. So I finally started up in May because AWS announced that they're going to retire this course in this exam on 29th August. And I said I have to write this exam before it is retired. I don't want to face the whole thingy of the new exam. So earlier this year, I asked for support to purchase the course on Udemy. And lucky me, my sister did that for me. She helped me buy the course. I'm happy. Thank you, Tantita. You're a wonderful sister. Thank you for that. So I got the course. I just pushed it aside. Okay, there's time. You know that thing now. You guys know. Some of you do it. So I started it. That's how this girl started. I was doing it by the side, like I'll do it later. The thing kept pushing, it kept going. I said, okay, fine. I give myself a 1 month plan. Study 1 hour in the morning, study 1 hour early in the morning. That's before 5 a.m. Wake up early, yes, ginger. And then study 1 hour before I go to bed. Of course, with everything you're doing. And then I set the timetable. Yes, in May, I plan myself. If I do two hour monthly, I use Civil Merit course. If I do 2 hour daily, I'll be able to finish it within 1 month. I was like, yay, girl, go. May came. I started this course. Like, that was where the issue was. I started the course. It came. It was okay, sweet. Like there's labs there. Like you have to do hands-on, and it was okay, quite interesting. Yes, it's interesting. It's going well. I was enjoying it, but then what I planned for a month spanned out. It's from May, it lingered into June. I had already said that, fine, June, I'll start on my practice test, and in July, I'll write the exam. Fighting. I told some of my friends, like Parna, that, hey, I will write this exam in June. And she too, she was preparing for it. I reached out to several people that, okay, fine, we're preparing for this, because I'm a ship proud of AWS that sponsor women to take these AWS exams like professional and solution architect associate. So that was it. I laugh in Chinese. That's how this course was looking at me. I was like, what are they speaking? Like, it was actually SAA is like deep dive. You'll be going, you'll be learning. There are so many similar services, like things that are very similar. You now be saying, why do I need guard duty? Why do I need AS inspector? What is the difference? Shebi already told me Shield is for DDoS. That's distributed denial of service. Why do I then need guard? Why do I need WAF? Why do I need NACO? Are they not doing the same thing? Like, that was it. Like this whole thing. I summoned courage. Yeah, again, fighting. I was just pushing myself going. I just said every day on LinkedIn when I log in, I'll see I passed my AWS solution architect badge. I'll see it, passed it. I was like, okay, I think I can do it. Thank you for everyone that shared his or her success story. And then I had a friend that did hers and she failed. And I was like, okay, blessing. You have this. Okay. And that was it. Like my fear, you know how that used to do. It grew. Like I was looking at myself. So I did not still stop studying. I was still studying. I was able to do a few hands-on here and there. And I'm in a WhatsApp group two WhatsApp groups that are AWS oriented. One, Yaxin, thank you Yaxin. Like the guy literally makes sure he encourages us every time. He's always telling us the benefits of being AWS certified, being a cloud certified person. Literally brings it to us and encourages us. He actually created an account where he bought lots of courses and he allows us to go study there. Like you are a champion. Thank you for that encouragement. Then I'm in the Nigerian Chip Build WhatsApp group where that one is just banter, like so just back and forth. Don't mind me, like we are all trying to push ourselves. So many people were afraid to, but people were really pushing, writing their cloud practitioner exam and passing, acing it, and it was like, whoa, okay, this is good, I'm going to go there. So I think all these things were happening. July came. I think it was in July 1st. I finally finished this course. So I now decided to take practice exam, the first one, practice test. I took it. I scored 43%. But I used the course. The practice test is 2 hours, but I used 1 day. Like I'll write one, I'll click one, and then I will just move around, check my WhatsApp, check this, stand up, go and drink water, just do something that doesn't relate to what I'm doing. Like I was just so tense and scared of the question because Stephen Marrick's questions and it's bulky. Reading question before you finish reading question, your brain is already turning you. Like if you like is it question? How am I supposed to see answer? How am I supposed to know the answer to this thing? I started, but by the time I was able to finish it, I posted it on LinkedIn. That's it. I scored 43, and you're going to see this girl pass this exam. I'm actually so happy I passed it. So that's kept on. I posted it. I got a whole lot, massive love, massive encouragement. Like I'm even very, very glad I did that because through that post alone, I got connected to several amazing people. Suleiman, Tinga, Indika, Visioni, George. Like George, literally, he called me. He said, "Girl, you're getting so many advice and all back and forth. Like this is a path you should follow." He gave me a guide, a very sweet guide to follow. He told me, make sure you go through the questions, finish all the practice tests, go study, do the studies and all. So that's actually what I did. That's the essence of this video right now. So how I was able to do it was that, first of all, I pushed myself to be able to use the practice questions. And then Suleiman is so lovely. Like I needed access to his lab practice exam questions and he gave me access to his accounts. Thank you, Suleiman. Like you're God sent. So I had that practice exam. I had then a lady from our group also gave me access to her Udemy account. She purchased Dojo, and so I had that. I bought Stephen Marrick's own. So George called me and told me what to do. That I should ensure I finish all the practice questions, then go through the video all over again. This time around without the hands-on lab. So go through the video all over again, then go over the practice questions again. So, but it didn't just, I wasn't able to really do that. The only thing I know I did was I was able to start the practice questions because I now had access to his lab. And what I do is that once I finish practice questions and I see I then go study the answers, study the explanation to the answers, the reason why this, that, and then I follow the link to white papers. Oh, AWS white papers. I follow the link to the white papers. I try to understand it and all. So now, and then that's how I'm able to get it done. Like I was able to going back and forth. So this week, a week to me writing the exam, I scheduled it for 28th. That was yesterday. I'm making this on the 29th after I saw my results. Yeah. So I scheduled this. Then I now started doing that. I've already basically done a whole lot of practice exercises and studied this, and with each practice test I did, I got better. There were some I still failed, but like most, I did well. I did better than I was doing. I did earlier on. So it was really an encouragement because I was now having better understanding of concepts that I didn't really understand. And when I go back, I'll be like, why did I even pick this? Why did I pick this question answer? Why didn't I? So you get that kind of thing. So I really advise, if you're preparing for this, you should just push yourself. If you were afraid like me and you have a whole lot going on and you can't push yourself, please do complete the course. No matter how, do the hands-on as much as you can. If you can't complete the course, then start practice questions. Fail it. Like I think it's that failing part that is the issue. Fail it. Fail that practice test. Fail it. Don't just fail it. Don't just rush to finish it. Task yourself actually to think so that you don't just go and hand yourself the answer. Task yourself. Try to solve it. Then let's see that you're not able to solve it, and then you fail it. Then you understand why the answer is the other way and not what you thought it was supposed to be. And so I started going through the courses again, Stephen Mary courses, this time around, jumping hands-on lab, and yeah, it was really making sense. It was really making sense this time around. So I was able to finish. I'm in Nigeria. And the place I'm in a River State where I use PSI, and the voucher that I got is for PSI. So, but there's no fiscal center around me for maybe that Sunday, because I didn't just want to fix it on the work day, and also I needed to write it at home. And then I had this option. I said, I can't write it at midnight because that's actually like the best option, cost of power outage, and if it happens that there's no light that night, that means my exam is gone and I cannot be refunded. And once it's 24 hours to your exam, you can't reschedule your exam. So I just had to pick the daytime, Sunday morning. I said, okay, people will go to church, people will be awake. The day they came, this girl, first of all, what happened was, as early as 5:30, my time is 7:30, there was power outage. And I was like, okay, how will my laptop survive? How will this laptop hold on? Like, how will it hold on? Calm down. I tried to sleep at that time. Then finally the light came on. I set up my desk, set up my space, made sure nobody was around, and all those protocol things. I logged in around 7:33. That's 3 minutes later than I was supposed to, because I had to download. And I tested my network because I was using hotspot with my phone. MTN O'Shea, thank you. I started and I downloaded the software for the app for the proctor exam. I started. I finished doing all the check-ins and all. I was successful. I started. 4 questions in. This started rolling. I told me network error. Try here, like, oh, I was beyond devastated. Like, is this how I'm going to lose this? I've worked so hard. Like, I've had sleepless nights. I study, like, especially this August, I know how I studied. Like, midnight, by the time I'm finished with my course, with any other course I'm doing, I'm on this. Early morning, like, it is the first thing I wake up with it. I was like, is this how? Oh my God. Then I tried to just plug in again. I stayed, the thing kept rolling until the proctor answered me. And then the person said, I'm different from the person that was supervising you before now, so we have to do the whole checking and all. So I first told the person, okay, I'll just say she, that please, I'm capturing hotspot from my phone, let me go confirm that the location it's placed is good. And the person was like, no, you're not allowed to use your phone. I had to explain that this is the only source of internet I have, and I'm going to place my phone far away from me. And in all this, my place at that time was not well lit, so I had to place a lamp torch to my face. Like, you should know this, my system light was very bright, blurry into my eyes. The lamp's light was into my eyes, like this whole thing. So I was already tired, stressed, mentally stressed. I was already scared that hope my network is not going to mess me up. And just then, this is what they say, village people, just then and then, someone in my compound just started playing music at the window. Like, I was like, okay. Dogs started barking during and the person didn't even stand up to go. Like, it was as if I was like, oh my god, what is all this? Like, they were good. Don't mind me. Okay, that aside, so I had this whole scenario. I was just tense. Like, I will tell you, I can't remember any of the questions that I saw. The only thing I remember is that my questions were long, like they were literally very long, coin questions. So I couldn't, and there was no repeated question from any of the practice tests. The only thing just concepts, but the questions, nothing repeated. But of course, there were questions that were really silly. When I saw them, I would just laugh, like, what is this? Like, is it not this thing that I know? So, really, what really helped me was that I was able to, that's going through the course while doing practice, because I didn't actually have time. As I said earlier, I didn't really have time to finish all the practice before going through the course again. So I was doing it alongside. I was both doing the practice test and going over the entire course again, but this time around without the labs. So that was what I was doing actually. So I was able to finish this. Normally my practice test, all the practice tests I did, I used to finish like 1 hour. Like the most I would do is like 1 hour, 30 minutes, or 1 hour, 40 minutes, and I'll have the time remaining, I'll submit and all. But I was 1 hour into this test and I was in 25, number 25. I was like, is it this remaining 1 hour I used to answer the remaining, and all the questions are long. Whew. My tension increased. I just, now you should know that kind of thing. That condition. I was just scared. Let nobody come. Let power not go. Let this, along the line, there was power outage, but I didn't bother because at least my system was fully charged, and I just said, I pray this carries me to the end, because of course you can't stand up to say you're going to plug your system and all. So I was just praying that let network not mess me up again. Please, my phone, nobody should call, nothing should happen at this time. I was there. With the light on my face, the whole thing, this condition. This is actually because there is no test center close to where I stay, and also, fine, I finished. And that was where the major torture came. I called a friend that took it a week ago and passed. Told me, he said, okay, that it took 11 hours for them to respond to him. And I said, okay, 10:30 plus 11, okay, maybe night, it will come. I was just going about spending the day. I was basically useless because I had planned a whole lot of other things to do after this, taking the exam, that I would do this, I would do that, and then, but I couldn't get to do anything, even to eat. I was just restless. I was scared. I was like, am I going to fail this exam? All these studies, why? Like all this. I didn't say, I just had a minute left. Like when I reached 65, I had like 10 minutes, let me say 7 minutes remaining. So I used the remaining minutes to I was only able to go review 2 questions out of the several questions I flagged. Like I had flagged several questions that I wasn't really certain that I need to come back to them. Because from that 25, when I was 1 hour in, I had to now start hurrying up so that I would ensure, of course, I finished the exam before my time runs out. So that was what happened at that time. Like, I stayed the whole day, like, this waiting is long. I reached out to a whole lot of people. I reached out to Suleiman, I reached out to George, I reached out to Toby, like, hey, they've not sent me no info, this one. Midnight, I said, Toby told me, I reached out to my friends on WhatsApp, Mike, he has passed it. I said, Mike, I'm nothing, no feedback. He said, relax, you passed. Suleiman, when I told him that it remained 1 minute, what he told me is that, that means you passed it now, because that means you really understood the question. For you to have only 1 minute remaining when you submitted. I said, okay, now so when I go to talk. Okay. Mike was also setting like that, fast. I said, okay, relax, now me first, detention. I think I finally slept around 11, I dozed off. 3 a.m. I woke up. I had a dream where I saw that I scored 633 and it was, of course, 633 is failed. And in that dream, I saw that I had sent it to people that see my result that I failed. I was just tense. It's past the 11 hours. I checked my email. So I said my email was not working. I'll refresh, nothing. I'll just try to send message to know if my network is actually working. And it was working, but there was no new mail. Normally, me that used to get lots of mails, all these adverts and all. I didn't get anything that period. Like my mail was no new mail was dropping. I was like, spam, I checked everywhere. Someone even told me check spam, this one. I said I checked everywhere, nothing. I woke up 3 a.m. I chatted Suleiman, I chatted other people. Suleiman responded, calm down girl, calm down, just relax, it will come, it can take 24 hours. I started reaching out to people. I called the lady that passed it, that posted her own on AWS Slack channel that she passed it. That was this morning. I reached out that, please, when did you write? Said she wrote at the center on Friday and got the results Saturday. I said, okay, I wrote mine since yesterday and I've not seen it. Okay, I'll wait. I finished telling myself that story. I'll finish calming myself. I'll just pray to God. I say, God, I beg, even if you just 720, give me 720. Let me just pass it. Let me not fail it. Oh, that was the only thing. Like, let me just pass it. Give me 720. Don't let me have 6 something, because I really know that, okay, because of how I've been able to study, I won't really get a poor mark. I won't get a poor mark at all. So, but I was scared that I was going to get 6 something. So I just said, please give me a miracle. Oh, do me a miracle. I was even hiding from telling people that I've written my exam, because I didn't want to start saying, okay, if I fail it, let them ask, what was the result? And I'm like, failed. So, but I said I had to tell some people at all. Then I reached out to George again. I said, George, it's 10, it's 20, George. It's 24 hours. I reached out to Mike. I reached out to so many people that, time has reached, oh, nothing yet. Help me, nothing, no mail from AWS. I was just stressing in my mind. I was just thinking, okay, what if it's because I failed, like they don't want to send me message and all, like, Then George now said, girl, calm down, go and check, maybe it's in your certification, like maybe it's there. And this girl checked. I checked and I saw pass. I screamed. I even bumped into my chair, but I screamed. I didn't care that I was in the office. I didn't care. I just screamed. I was so excited. I called people. I called my friends. I reached out to people that, yes, your girl passed. Like, I can't wait to see my score. If it's 720, I'll be happy, like very, very excited, because that would be like a saving grace. So guys, the whole point of this video is to literally tell you, to encourage you, please face your fears, just face it. Do that practice question, feel it, go understand the concept. Like, I had to read, I had to understand the concept. I literally had to start creating pictures in my mind and trying to understand the concept very well. So not just cramming. I was not cramming. With the practice questions I didn't cram the answers because I didn't get a repeat of questions. They were concepts. I had to understand them, I had to read, I had to go through the course again, because the courses are not enough, because there are some concepts that are not captured. If you go through AWS documentation, it's actually longer and very bigger than CV Merit, just like almost like summarized, but he summarized very key points in the video, like it's like a summary, but even though it's like a summary, it's still very bulky. So that is not enough. By the time you follow through links from your practice questions, Quizlab, Udemy, they all have it. By the time you go and see documentation, you'll be able to start reading like, your eyes, documentation is actually, it's quite boring, it's just white and blank and blah, 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 blah. But the main thing, please go over the concepts, make sure you study the concepts, and if given, thank you to everyone, like people encouraged me a lot, like it's because I got massive love, support, encouragement. So many people from LinkedIn really reached out, encouraged me, shared resources with me, and that was really quite encouraging. Like I had to just push myself, face the fear, face it. But the tension waiting for this result is scarier than writing the exam. So with this whole thing, I really thank God that I passed this. I made it. Like, thank God I made it. A winner by the Spirit. I know we can't control it. It's in my bloodline. Like, thank you. And I wish you the best of luck for those that are interested in going to cloud and taking certification, sitting for certification exam. I wish you the best of luck. Those that want to take on the certification exam, I still wish you the best of luck. Please do try it. Put yourself through. Try it. Take that step. Take that bold step. And see you at the other side.